We're recording.
Yeah.
Tell me about Audioslave, Britt.
It's kind of weird. Even after the Emancipation Proclamation, Abraham Lincoln didn't end audio slavery.
You start the episode there.
All right.
That's pretty good.
I have good jokes for the intros today. Hell yeah.
We love to see it. We love to see it. Do we want to just go for it? Just get started?
Just a reminder, it's 301.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm Spencer.
And I'm Britton.
Since 2011, Buckethead has released 301 albums in his Pikes series, and we're going to listen to them.
3 at a time!
This is Getting Head.
Welcome, cats in hats, jazz cats,
Okay.
in fedora hats,
Sure.
cats in bowlers.
Better than fedoras.
Yeah, I feel like cats wouldn't like it because their ears.
Yeah.
in general. Cats
Yeah, well, I
probably
mean,
don't like
they'd have to have
cats.
cutouts for the ears, but even then, they still probably wouldn't like it because they've got all the little hairs in the ears, ear hairs.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Sure, Charles Entertainment Cheese,
The
yes.
fucking the bird, that fine ass fucking thick bitch, the bird from McDonald's land. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's listening.
Sure,
She got that juicy pussy.
for sure.
Juicy bird pussy, baby.
Okay.
Mayor McBurger or whatever.
Mayor McCheese?
Mayor McCheese, is that it?
I think it's Mayor McCheese.
Do you think he's like actually elected? He's been mayor for a long time.
I know, right? Like, it feels like he's doing some shady shit, some gerrymandering.
Dude. Fucking Mayor McCheese is corrupt as fuck, dude.
Yeah. We all know it to be true.
Also, Annie Lennox is listening. Welcome, Annie Lennox from the Eurythmics.
Right, yeah. The Eurythmics, underappreciated band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they say white people don't have no.
Wow.
I fucked up that joke.
But
They say
there was
white
almost
people
a good joke there.
Don't have rhythm, but they do have Eurythmics. Yeah, whatever.
Sure. Yeah. You know what's a band that's similar to Eurythmics, but I think I like more is Yaz or Yazoo if you're in the UK.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're just really good. They have some bangers.
Do you think Eurythmics is like eugenics but for music?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like ethnically cleansing drums.
Yes, Eurocentric ethnic cleansing via drums.
Yeah, eco rhythm fascist. That's what Varg is. He's a rhythm fascist.
Sure.
Not really.
Though. Yeah.
He's a synth fascist, dungeon fascist.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Also Varg. And the rest of the band Burzum is listening. Welcome. This is episode of 70.
Rest of the band, it's just him.
Yeah, the rest of the band.
Nice. This is episode 71.
71, getting head, a Bucketcast.
Yeah, I got nothing for 71. It's,
Was 5 away from the 76ers.
Yeah. Are they a hockey team?
We just discussed this last episode. They're a b-ball team.
Oh, okay.
What kind of b-ball do you think they play?
Well, you were talking about basketball, so I'm going to assume they're basketball.
Yeah, the Philadelphia 76ers are definitely a basketball
team. Okay. The only basketball teams that I know... the only basketball team that I know is the Wizards. Because they're called the Wizards, but their logo is super lame. Because I expected their logo to be like a sick-ass wizard, but it's not.
No, it's
just lame.
It reminds me a lot of like the Orlando Magic. Should have like a fucking cool-ass magician or some shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like a blue basketball.
That sucks.
They got blue balls.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not magic.
No, it's not.
That's science, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that blue ball science, man.
Fuck those scientists. Those motherfuckers be lying and getting me pissed.
Getting me blue balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking like jerking me off and not finishing me to climax.
That's never happened to me. I've never had blue balls before.
Really? I have had the worst blue balls.
I'm still not even quite sure what that is. Like I've never experienced anything like that.
Basically what it is it's like when you like you're very aroused and then like the arousal ceases and you don't get to climax, like for some reason a bunch of like blood pools like at the bottom of your scrotum basically. And it makes it feel like your testicles are like bruised.
What?
It's super weird and it's super uncomfortable. I've had blue balls so bad that it like took me like 10 minutes to walk up a set of stairs.
What?
Yeah, dude.
That sounds terrible, man. Yeah, that's never happened to me before.
Yeah. That was after the cops caught me going to Plowtown. And they're like, you can't do that in this the parking lot of this children and old folks clinic. Like, I
mean, was this during business hours or?
Yeah, this is like middle of the day. This was like maybe 1 p.m.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice.
Just going straight to Plowtown.
Uh-huh.
Cop knocks on my window. Hey,
no Plowtown here.
No Plowtown in front of the old folks clinic.
They can't plow, neither can you.
Yeah, children, old folks not plowing. You aren't either, buddy. Take it over to the healthy people who plow clinic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a stall you can rent out over there and plow down.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah.
Just, take it over to plow.
Did somebody like call? Like, how did they find you?
Definitely, someone definitely called.
How did these? Okay, how visible were the activities occurring?
Probably super visible. I don't know.
So you were just not caring at all, or
kind of? Okay. I was like extra horny with bad decision on top.
Ah.
Yeah, you know, you've been there. You've made terrible decisions when you were horny.
Definitely.
I know you have. We all have.
We all have. I mean, it comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, the territory of having a big dumb penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such is life. Speaking of big dumb penises, what's up with you? It's been a minute.
Not much.
I say it's been a minute, but it's been a week.
Yeah.
But also I texted you a bunch, so I don't know.
It's been like literally since like the last hour we hung out for an hour. Like, yeah. You know, stuff's cool. I've been a couple weeks ago you asked me to start making stuff for our rap project, Wizard versus Wizard. So I've started making beats again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually started making beats too. I was working on a beat the other day. I was going to wrap that up tomorrow.
Maybe I'll wrap that up, you know what I mean?
Hey.
And with some hip-hop verses.
Yeah, okay. Tight.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Other than that, you know, ripping movies, ripping bongs.
Yeah. 96 quite bitter bongs.
36 quite crazy fists.
That's the name of the episode.
No, I said that earlier. The joke hasn't gotten any funnier.
Good. No, that's good. It's good.
No,
I mean, it's only good to me.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm okay with it, but that's all I'm saying. Yeah, so I've been doing stuff in my life, understandably. My work schedule for the last week has been fucking insane, and it's been like crazy hard to have a life. So my schedule was like 12 to 9, 9 to 6, 11 to 8, 9 to 6, 8 to 5. So I had to clope in twice in a week.
Oh, that sucks.
Just for no fucking reason, just because like the company I work for does not care and will schedule me like that.
The Geek Squad, for those wondering.
Because that's what they do, and it just sucks. So I was really, really tired all week, which you know, so here's the thing. Being tired is like not super pleasant, but it brings with it like interesting mental advantages and disadvantages for me. Like there are certain things, like I definitely feel like I am much funnier when I am exhausted.
Yeah, you feel that way.
Well, I mean, like, I guess, like, laughter comes easier, and my ideas are more abstract because my brain is, like, breaking down or something.
Right.
Which...
like an old cantaloupe.
Yes, exactly. You know, you leave a cantaloupe in the sun for a while.
It becomes very creative.
Yeah, very creative, though.
I like a creative cantaloupe.
I do, too, you know? You love to see that.
Excuse me, sir. My fruit is molding. No, I'm afraid it's just very creative.
It's extremely creative. It's working on something.
It's working on
really
something
good.
big. All right.
Yeah,
like
big things are coming.
Wait for the cantaloupe's next project.
Yeah.
Before you tell me it's moldy and past date. Like, come on, guy.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that shit to drop. Come back at me. We'll talk about it then.
Hell yeah.
Quick aside: have you ever used a melon baller?
Yeah, dude. I worked in kitchens forever. Yeah.
I've never used. Well, I mean, what did you use a melon baller for? I've never had
making melon balls.
I've never seen a melon ball.
So I mean, you just like make balls, like they're just balls of melon, and they're mostly used for like catering and stuff to make things look really nice.
All right,
because they make nice little round like balls, and you can like kind of stack them up, and like with different kind of melons, you get cool color pops like between like honeydew and cantaloupe.
Yeah.
And watermelon.
So what you just like put them in a bowl and you just like snack on them, or you like put like toothpicks in them?
Or yeah, you can put them on a tray and kind of make a little pyramid out of them. Yeah, or you could another thing that's really good is like a little piece of pancetta around a piece of cantaloupe, something like that. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, but I mean, it's a very literal gadget. It makes balls of melon. It's a melon baller.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
It's not like someone who like goes to the club and like, gets with all the melons and they're a baller, but a melon baller.
Yeah.
That's a melon baller.
Or somebody who plays b-ball with a melon.
B-ball. Which ball is that?
However they identify.
Wouldn't it automatically be M-ball in that case, though, unless it was a cantaloupe and then it'd be a C-ball? Why don't they call it a cantaloupe melon? Why is it cantaloupe? I don't get that.
What do you mean?
The cantaloupe is the only fucking melon where melon's not in the name.
Oh yeah. So what's interesting is cantaloupe. That's only a U.S. thing. So other places in the world they call a cantaloupe a muskmelon, or there's another name for it. There's a French name for it that's also different. But cantaloupe.
I think the French word for it is pocket poussé.
Wait, do people fuck melons?
That's the French do, yeah.
That's interesting.
French love melons.
I've not seen any melon fucking.
The French will fuck anything. Like anything. They're known for that. They are some dirty dick motherfuckers.
Dirty dick motherfuckers.
Like, how do you think French fries got their name?
It's a good point. They're truly dark.
How do you think French soup?
How do you think French Stewart came about?
Yeah, French Stewart he's named after the dirty dick.
Yeah. He's a dirty dick. When I think dirty dick motherfucker, I think French Stewart 100% of the time.
Imagine French Stewart fucking. Like, imagine him coming. Like, him doing the weird squinty thing and be like, meh, I'm about to come, meh. Like,
if you can't remember who French Stewart is, he's on Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, and also, it was Inspector Gadget 2.
Oh, right. He replaced Matthew Broderick, who murdered 2 women.
Yeah, with his car.
With his car, and got away with it, paying a $250 fine.
Pulled a real Caitlyn Jenner on that one.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He's a real...
But Inspector Gadget, weird film. Very strange.
Yeah.
I never saw the second one.
Do you think Matthew Broderick has a broad dick?
No.
I don't either.
I think he has a proportionally small penis. He's a small man.
He is a small man.
Yeah.
I bet he's got like a little Letterman jacket for his dick.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Little
ding dong jacket.
Yeah. Do they make condoms that go over the balls?
I mean, any condom can go over the balls if you believe in yourself.
If you try hard and believe in yourself. So here's the thing I wanted to do. I thought it might be fun if I did I did a questions thing on Instagram and it said AMA. Right. And I got a hell of a lot of responses. I haven't checked them until now.
Okay.
But I thought hey, it's just you and I,
Do you want to do that between my 2 segments here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool. In that case, let's dive into some quick goth news.
Beneath the waning moon, it's goth news. Goth news for cool dudes.
Bunch of goth news this week.
Holy
moly.
shit. Hit me with it.
Last week, a house known as the Goth House went on the market in Lincoln, Illinois.
Why is it called the Goth House?
The 1993 built 1,547 square foot small home is painted entirely black on the exterior and mostly black on the interior.
Neat.
It is currently on the market for $250,000.
Nice.
Also in Goth news, also in Goth real estate news, former Pantera and Hell Yeah drummer Vinnie Paul's house went on the market last week.
Yeah, I texted you about this.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Notable Goth and Avenged Sevenfold singer M. Shadows
Oh, yeah.
proposed the idea to buy the house with NFTs
What?
and make it a Vinnie Paul museum.
No. What?
However, he found it had already been purchased at the asking price of $750,000 by an anonymous buyer.
That is the darkest headline I've ever heard in my life. Like, that is the bleakest and most, like, we live in a society thing I've ever heard. So I'm just going to reiterate this for those at home. M. Shadows, the vocalist from Avenged Sevenfold.
M. Night Shadowlawn.
That's what it's short for.
Yeah.
Who, you know, famously in 2006 stopped screaming because he injured his vocal cords. Only sang from then on out. Wanted to buy Vinnie Paul, ex-drummer of Hell Yeah and Pantera.
And Damage Plan.
Both eras of Pantera. Glam Pantera and
Glamterra.
And Core Pantera.
Corn.
Sure. What?
No.
Though I would, quick aside, I would argue that Pantera is one of the forefathers of nu metal.
Yeah, 100%.
In a lot of ways.
No. Honestly, if not for the song Walk, I don't think nu metal would have ever been as aggressive as it was necessarily.
Walk
fundamentally changed
so that nu metal. Walk so that nu metal could run.
That's true.
Yes. Yes. Anyways,
Walk walked so that Sugar Ray could just want to fly.
I guess
on their first album because it's metal as fuck.
Sure. So, anyways, M. Shadows, noted non-screamer, wanted to buy Vinnie Paul's old house with NFTs. So does that mean that he's going to sell NFTs to fund the purchase of the house, or that,
from what I understood, yes,
is trading NFTs for the home?
I would love that if he's just like, hey, I've got these 4 gorillas who are wearing eye makeup. Can I trade those for the Vinnie Paul's house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
Yep.
Thanks.
And finally, in Goth news,
Uh-huh.
this week, one of our favorite Goths, Papa John's founder and very notable Goth, John Shatner, was on a podcast this week saying that since his ousting from the company over racist remarks during a board meeting, his big concern with the company is that nobody in the C-suite, none of the executives whatsoever of the company, have any pizza experience.
I hate that.
Yep.
I mean, I actually do agree with him in that context. Like, I think that if you're going to run a company that does a certain thing, you should understand what the fuck that thing is.
Yeah.
Like, I've worked under a lot of people that don't understand the job that I do, and that shit's irritating. It's like, why are you paid more? You don't even understand what you can't do my job. Like,
here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, maybe he doesn't understand racism, but he understands pizza, and that's got to count for something, right?
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, he's obviously not racist towards Italians.
Yeah.
On the podcast, he also blamed Joe Biden for Papa John's current supply chain issues.
Dark news for cool dudes.
What are you? What's going on your side of the internet, Spencer?
All right. We got a few questions here. So let's start with this one. This is actually a pretty good question. Instagram user Logan.xlsx says, would you consider Chino Moreno boyfriend material?
Interesting. I mean, he's definitely a horny boy.
He is a horny man.
And he's
extremely horny.
You know, I'm gonna say He
seems like a sweet guy. Yeah.
He seems like a cuddler. He's definitely like into some weird stuff though.
I mean, yeah,
he likes doing that whispery stuff, but he's got a cool voice. Like if I can imagine Chino being like, "I'm about to come," and it being actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like,
he would definitely do that.
That's an interesting choice. But yeah, go ahead, fill up my asshole, dog.
Hell yeah, Steph Carpenter though? No. Nope, absolutely not Steph Carpenter. But Chino, yes. Okay, so another one here. Heavily Arms says, "How to clean shit out of pant."
I don't know. How do you do it, Spencer?
I mean, well, it depends. It depends on the type of shit.
I usually just walk into the shower and hang out for a while.
I like to jump into a pool with my clothes on.
That's a good move.
Yeah, I think it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Another question here. Aiden McCole, 1.
Can you imagine going into like an indoor public pool, just fully clothed and just like jumping in, and then just like brown starts to surround you?
And then you just like get up and like towel off your
everyone's
face,
just like
and
watching
then
you
just
as,
walk
like,
away.
The water around you becomes increasingly a brown circle just surrounding you, and they're just like watching in horror as the brown just like seeps up right to the precipice of them. I jerk off to that.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah. That's the kind of porn I'm into.
Yeah, we know. Actually, I'm gonna change to another question here. I just saw this one. Instagram user Deadly Wise says, quote, "Would you rather be Hitler in 1944 or Bin Laden on 9/12?"
I mean, 1944, Hitler only had 1 year left. Bin Laden on 9/12 had like fucking
like 15 more years to watch anime and shit.
Yeah, they
like,
took him out in
jerk off and shit.
2014 or something.
Yeah. It's like a good start.
Oh, definitely Bin Laden.
Bunch of anime,
Bin Laden just like fucking hung out with all his wives in Pakistan for a decade and jerked off to weird shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I do that. That sounds cool.
I mean, that's what you already do, basically.
Yeah, except I don't have like 11 wives.
Or
man.
a cave to live in,
Yeah.
I mean, you have an apartment, which is a cave of sorts, but it's not the same.
True. My blackout blinds do. I mean, he didn't live in a cave. He was in a compound.
Oh, right. But he was definitely living in a cave for a while.
I don't know. Probably not.
I mean,
he's rich as fuck. He was always taken care of. He's got a network of shit, man. He was. I think he was pretty much always comfortable. I feel like the cave thing is largely like honestly a racist trope. Like especially like back then, like when that happened, people were like, "Oh, go bomb them back in the storage," but that's where they already are. I'm like, the Middle East is actually just as technologically advanced as we are. They're just a lot poorer.
Yeah, it's a lot poorer. Yeah,
but they have all the technology. They have the fucking internet.
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
got internet and cars and fucking smartphones and shit. Like, come on, man.
They manufacture. Come on, what the fuck?
What the fuck, dude?
It's racist bullshit. We don't tolerate that on this podcast.
All right,
societies are advanced in their own ways.
You know what we do tolerate, though, is this question here. Instagram user SBentley88, rad dude, by the way, asks us a great question, says, "Fuck, marry, kill."
Yep.
Fred Durst, Buckethead, Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh, okay.
Britt, you go first.
Fuck, in that order. Straight up. Fred Durst, fuck Freddy.
Yeah.
Marry Buckethead. Buckethead. Imagine being married to Buckethead. That'd be the coolest shit.
Or just like the least like involved relationship. Because like
exactly, like
he's just gonna do.
You just get to
guitar.
live in Buckethead's home, and like you might hang out like once a day for an hour or two, like watching some weird horror film or something. But most of the time, he's fucking just doing his own thing, which I'm great. I like that. I like in a relationship when y'all can just like do your own thing. And, come together to come together, if you know what I mean.
I got to say, same as you. It's really good. That's a really good one.
Easy fuck, marry, kill. There.
Yeah. Another one here. Whatever Ruach says, balls or taint?
Neither. I mean, they're both.
No, you have to pick one. You can't opt out.
They're both like, they're the worst part of AMABs, straight up. Like, if you're born with a penis, you were also born with a taint. And, like, those are the dumbest parts of dudes.
Taint is fine. I mean, it's not, like, I feel like it's inoffensive.
It's inoffensive, but it's also, like, completely, it doesn't do anything for you. It's just there to be, like, a weird point to get hurt. Like, without the taint, if
Well,
it
what
was
would
just
you have
like,
instead? Like a longer ass?
no, you just, like, it would go balls and then immediately asshole. Your balls would just be a little bit longer in to the back.
This doesn't sound better, Britt. Like,
No, this sounds better. Your scrotum would go a little bit farther back.
why?
So you have a little bit more scrot.
But why? Why? What
Because scrot's kind of fun to play with. It's fun to jiggle.
Yeah.
Fiddle,
Okay.
fiddle.
All right. Okay.
The taint is just like, it's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary skin patch, and you could either have the asshole closer to the balls, or you could have the balls and the scrotum go just a little bit longer. And like the scrotum's fun. It's fun to itch, feels good, easy to make maple syrup.
Yeah, maple syrup.
But
Exactly.
like, it's it's good. Like the taint is much less pleasurable than the scrotum. I'll say that.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
I mean, yes, but pleasure is not all that matters.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
You're wrong.
Okay. Speaking of being wrong, one last question here before we move on. LGV Ben asks a surprisingly nuanced question. Are Godsmack good?
Interesting.
I don't know why he said R.
LVG. Wait, was it L?
LGV Ben.
Okay. Lesbian, vampire, and gay Ben.
What?
Lesbian, vampire, gay, bisexual, N.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Lesbian, gay, vampire Ben. Yes. Very good. But is Godsmack... Yeah, like, okay. Are Godsmack good?
Songwriters? Yes. And you know what?
I'm gonna say yes. Godsmack's good.
I'm gonna say altogether, yeah. Like as a band, they're cohesive. They're not all individually great instrumentalists,
But yeah, they're a successful
They're
band for
good
a reason.
band though. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Godsmack, but they're
like
sure,
big
they're good.
album fucks.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like the old
self-titled
old
fucks.
stuff. Yeah, with the
Dude,
girl.
Voodoo.
Yeah.
Dude, Voodoo. Bad Religion. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Get back, bum 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 bum.
Yeah, they're all right. They're good. Britt,
Spencer.
Britton, Straw.
Spencer Hodge.
Will you do the honors to the cast by hitting us with a bucket?
Fact. Absolutely.
Bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact.
Oh boy! Today we're going to talk about Buckethead's work with the River City Drum Corps.
Oh wow!
Now we covered it briefly with Superbot Cody Cooper back on episode 45.
Right.
But let's go in just a little bit deeper.
I love going deeper.
Based out of Louisville, Kentucky, the River City Drum Corps started over 25 years ago when composer and drummer Ed Nardi White devoted his life to leading African American youth in empowerment through the arts, specifically drumming.
Mm-hmm.
In 2019, Ed White reached out to Buckethead in order to see if he wanted to do a collaboration. Buckethead, being for the children, accepted. Buckethead is for the children.
Buckethead is for the children. I agree. I was going to say, yeah.
Made an EP specifically for the drum corps with all the proceeds going directly to them.
It's nice.
Yeah. Perhaps his greatest gift, however, was inviting them on stage for an 8-minute jam session for his 50th birthday concert in Louisville, Kentucky on May 13th, 2019.
Wow.
After which he played almost 2 hours solo.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited to see him when we finally get to see him.
Hell yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be rad.
It is actually the 4th most recent show he's played to date.
Bucket facts! Oh my God. Britt.
Yeah. Spencer.
We listened to 3 Pikes this week.
And they were actually like
Holy
Pikes.
shit. They were Pikes ass Pikes. They were real motherfucking Pikes.
Back to reg here.
Dude, I feel like he is firing on all cylinders after those fucking...
he was saving some energy. He
for
was
real.
reabsorbing his semen to use it later.
Exactly. So he is like manifesting that. He's absorbing his semen. He's retaining it. He's channeling that semen into these fucking Pikes, which... Honestly, like I'm going to say, I think that like this is the first week in a while that I'm legitimately excited about these albums. I feel like these are all good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed listening to all three of them.
Better than average Pikes, which is not something we've seen in
quite some time.
The last 3 fucking months.
It's been a dark few months, like honestly, man. Like it's been brutal, but here we are. We're here again.
Pike
so.
211, 212, and 213. Excuse me. We got Screen Door, Hornet, and Crumple, respectively.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Pike 211, Screen Door, released on November 14th, 2015, 7 days after Sunken Parlor.
Yeah.
So he took a while for this one. It's rare that he takes a week in between any Pikes in 2015, but here he's finally given himself a little break, which I think he deserves.
Definitely
needs.
For sure.
Definitely needs. This one's 6 tracks spelling out Screen Door. What do you think of the tracks?
I thought this one was really cool. It's like a melodic guitar rock album. There's not a lot of guitar solos on it.
Nope.
But there are a lot of really cool riffs and riffing
and melodies too.
He
plays some leads here, not a whole bunch of real solos though.
Yeah, totally.
And then some of the riffs he plays are like, I mean, almost like solo level of stuff. Like he does some weird string skipping stuff that's just like insanely impressive.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like the riffs are like they're kind of like 80s prog power metal sort of riffs.
Kinda, yeah.
Like there's some songs that remind me a little bit of like Iron Maiden or like later Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
specifically.
It's kind of in an alt metal package though.
Totally. So it's
with the mixing and everything, it doesn't sound like any of those genres, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, it feels like it's inspired by that, but it's definitely its own kind of thing. It definitely has this like kind of alt feel to it, but there's a lot of like harmonized riffs. There's a lot of just really cool riffs. Like,
and also the bass too. I
the bass, yes.
I feel like this is one Dan Monty plays on because like there's a lot of counterpoint bass. Like
the bass is great on this one, and it sounds awesome. The bass tone on this one, it made it so much heavier.
Yeah, obviously like a picked, probably precision bass.
It definitely sounds like a picked bass. It sounds like a jazz bass to me because it sounds like my bass, but that's just my ears. I don't know.
Do you use both pickups though?
I do not. I only use the bridge pickup.
Yeah, that's okay. There you go. So it does sound like a precision bass or a jazz bass with only the bridge pickup on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. That's my thought. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's cool hearing loud bass. It makes the songs really heavy, which is pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I thought it was pretty fun.
It was good.
So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I think that this is a solid Pike. I think it is worth listening to. It is worth checking out. For sure.
The last song has a fucking monster tapping riff that goes for like 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Like Buckethead really pulls out all the stops, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a guitar album for guitar nerds."
And it's like, it's super cool. Like it's super riffy. Like
and especially for not like really having any solos, but still being a guitar nerd album, it fucking works.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
It's cool as hell.
It's one of those ones that feels like it would be really good played by a full band. Like if you played it live, like it would be really cool and impactful. It's a very cool Pike. It's like it's almost less fun to have these conversations when we are positive about it because like there's a lot of jokes that can come out of negativity, but not so many jokes that come out of positivity, right? Like
very true,
which is kind of unfortunate. So in thinking of like ways that this could be more fun, I like the idea of continuing to ask our dumb questions. So I was thinking about this one. I was like, I've been interviewing for a lot of jobs lately, and so this one got me thinking, and I was like, what like awkward job interview moment is this album? Like what like made up bullshit response that you come up with on the fly that's complete nonsense is this album?
Can I I'm gonna surpass that question entirely so I can tell the story.
Please.
So back in, it was when Beck was living here and dating this girl named Ify, I want to say. She was really cool, but this must have been back in, I want to say, like 2014 or something like that. I was
okay.
Like, maybe before that, because I was looking for a job at the time, and Beck was dating someone, and they worked for like an insurance place or something. They were looking for someone like very like entry level for something, and I was looking for a job, and so she's like, "Oh, looking for jobs at my place, you should apply." So I did, and on her word, got a interview for it. Right,
nice.
So I went to go to the interview, and I smoke weed, and
definitely
during this time, weed was illegal, even though I had a medical thing, and they were like, "Oh, we do drug screening and stuff." Or I think Ify told me that they did drug screening like after interviews or something, and so I was like, okay, well, I smoke weed, and this interview's in like 2 weeks. There's no way I can get this out of my system in 2 weeks. So, what do?
You just keep smoking weed.
You keep smoking weed,
and you get some pee,
and you get some pee from somewhere. And so I bought some fake piss off the internet, and it was like $20 or $30.
Oh man,
it came in like this.
I've never heard this story.
That's because I don't like to tell it.
It's rare that you tell me a story that I've never heard. All right. Okay.
So
was this before Whole Foods?
It might have. I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it was.
Because I think you started working at Whole Foods in 2014 or around there. That sounds
23.
Right.
I started working at Whole Foods in 2011.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'm sorry.
But so fucking Jesus. So
you got this fake piss.
So I got this fake piss.
What did it come in? Like, what was it like?
It came in like it wasn't a bag. It was like kind of a hard plastic thing, like a plastic bottle, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Okay, but it was like a liquid. It wasn't like you didn't add water to it.
No, it was a liquid. It was like it was like some kind of like synthetic urine or something that was supposed to test clean or something. And also, I was aware at the time some places use like temperature controls or whatever, so they can tell if the pee.
You got to keep it warm.
So you got to keep it. Either keep it against your body or like have a fucking heat pack or something like that. Now, I was poor at the time, and I was still unemployed, and so I could afford the fake pee, but I couldn't afford like a heat pack or something. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, how am I going to do this? Hey, you know what? I have a good idea. I'll just like keep it in between my butt cheeks.
Okay.
Right? And like, have like the kind of the underwear hold it in or whatever. The thing is, though, I wear like, at the time I wore boxers, I wear trunks now, but I never have worn briefs or like anything that could actually like really contain that.
Yeah. How big is this bottle?
Pretty big. I'm going to say like probably like 5 inches by 3 to 4 inches or something like that. I mean, it fits pretty well just in between my butt cheeks.
That still seems like it would be really obvious, though.
No, I've got a big enough butt.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so
okay.
I have this thing in between my butt, right?
Okay, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing, just fucking button-up shirt and regular fucking regular slacks for a job interview shit,
Okay.
I'm wearing job interview shit.
So you're wearing slacks specifically? Like,
yeah. I think I might have had a jacket on over it or something, so at least I cover the butt.
Okay.
Whatever. You couldn't see it. I made sure you couldn't see it with me like clenching my butt and stuff. So like,
okay.
I have this thing in my butt, and I have no way to like tape it to my butt or like actually
Why didn't you just tape it? Like, did you just tape it to yourself? Like,
I don't know. But so I have it in my butt crack, right? So
of course,
I go and do this fucking interview, and it's like half an hour, and the whole time I'm like fucking just clenching my butt. The interview goes okay, right?
Yeah.
Afterwards, like, they're like, oh, that was great, thank you. And they're seeing me out, and it was like 2 people who interviewed me. And then there's like, like this waiting area and, like a receptionist and a couple people waiting on chairs and stuff. So I'm walking out of the thing and the thing just like slips out of my butt crack. And it falls directly out of my right pant leg onto the floor. And you can definitely see the label on this thing.
Wait, there's a label on it?
There's it doesn't like just say like fake urine or anything, but it's got like words on it and shit. If you looked at it for more than a couple seconds, I think you could probably surmise exactly what was going on. So I just like, I fucking scramble for this thing, and it's like, I don't get it immediately. I like knock it over.
Like you need to like.
I do the fucking like comedy film thing where I'm like scrambling for it. I finally get it and just like shove it in my pocket, and I am like bright fucking red at this point because like, come on. I never heard anything back from them.
No.
I never heard anything.
But like that person that Beck was seeing, like, did she follow up with you about it?
No, well, she wasn't like part of the HR or hiring managers or anything, so I don't think she ever heard anything about it.
Oh my God, that was an incredible story. That, like, what was going through your mind when that happened? Like, it was like, for me, if it was me, I would have been like
panic.
Yeah, just like that. That look of like time slows down. And you see it happening, and out of the corner of your eye, you see like the person's eyes go wide, and then you're like,
It's just like my internal monologue was, no. That's all it was.
That's exactly what it was like. Probably that's
not a moment I like to reflect on often.
Damn, that's beautiful. I have never tried to fake a drug test.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Okay, so in 2017, when I was like really looking for a job, right before I got the job that I have now, the company I interviewed with before the job that I have now was Amazon, actually. Mm-hmm. And I was offered a job working in, I think it was one of their warehouses. I don't actually remember. I think it was a warehouse job. It was either a warehouse job or a delivery job. It was something like that. So basically, it wasn't the greatest job, but it paid like $15 an hour. And like, I was like, okay, whatever. So I went to this interview. They offered me the job, and they were like, oh, we're going to drug test you. And I was like, okay, really? It's Seattle. Weed was legal at this time in Seattle. And I was like, you realize this is Seattle. And I told the person when the drug test thing was a surprise. Like, so they had me go to this like orientation thing, and they're like, oh, by the way, we're going to drug test you. And I was like, okay. So I told the person, I was like, it's Seattle and weed is legal. Mm-hmm. Are you testing for weed? And they were like, well, if you test positive for marijuana, you will fail the drug test, and we will be rescinding our offer. And I was like,
wow.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So I did the drug test because I was already there, and I did have to pee at the time. So I was like, you know what? Sure. We'll see what happens. And sure enough, they emailed me and said, hi, you failed the drug test, and we are rescinding our offer.
Yeah, like they have.
And I was like, are you
options?
fucking kidding me? Like that was one of the dumbest things I've ever experienced. Like that was like pure capitalism in action right there.
Yes.
It was stupid. So that was a dumb thing.
Yeah, like especially for a fucking warehouse or delivery job.
I know,
like,
it was like,
how do you survive life without being stoned on those jobs? I
was like, no, that was my thought. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're only allowing people that don't get stoned into the warehouses? No wonder the employees want to fucking kill themselves. Are you goddamn kidding me?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, man. You hire a bunch of stoners for that job. Like, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Then at least, like, you can treat them like shit.
Fun.
Well, yeah, then you treat them like shit, and they probably won't care as much.
Yeah.
So,
because they're stoned as fuck. Dude.
Exactly. Like, duh. It's basic shit, man. Yeah. Come on. I was a manager. I know what it's like. Anyway.
Pike 212. Hornet released on...
What the fuck?
Hornet released on November 16th, 2015. Just 2 days after Screen Dough.
Nice. This is another melodic guitar rock Pike. This one starts off with like a really cool, like kind of post-rocky intro with like bongos and stuff. There's some percussion
between, like,
in there.
Yeah, post-rock and new age, I guess.
Yeah, somewhere in between.
Super melodic post-rock.
Mm-hmm.
Very clean. A lot of the stuff on here, like some of it actually reminded me of like 80s Gianni in a way.
Sure.
Like he's got really cool synth selection here.
If Gianni had fucking heavy guitars.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That would be sick as hell.
That would
Gianni
be
had some
fucking
guitars, just not super heavy shit.
Gianni should make a fucking prog metal album.
That would kind of fuck.
That would, yeah, I bet it would fuck. I bet it would be tight as hell.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Gianni, get to it.
Hell yeah.
Hell Gianni.
Hell Gianni. Yeah, this whole album, actually, the whole thing wasn't like totally soft. Like, it progressively got heavier and heavier.
That's
to the
true.
Point where,
yeah,
like,
the last riff in the album actually is a pretty heavy riff.
yeah, like song 4, like definitely picked up the pace. Had like a real soaring solo, and the drums were faster. And then 5, the last song, like went from kind of like I'd consider it almost like soft metal.
Yeah,
like especially with how the drums were and everything. The pacing of this album was really nice. Like, it took you on a nice journey. Like, it built slowly but gradually, and just, like, it was dynamic, good melodies, good solos. This is
easy to make maple syrup.
Maple fucking syrup. This is a good Hornet pancake right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's solid. Like, this one's solid. This one, I think is the weakest of the 3 this week.
I might agree on that.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's interesting, and it was enjoyable to listen to, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite this week. I think this week has some stronger albums, but like this one is a victim of the other albums being as strong as they are. I think.
Right. This is definitely a better than average Pike, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's probably not better than the average this week.
Definitely.
It's a good album, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, especially for just being made in 2 days. Like,
yeah, definitely. It feels like a lot more work than that went into it. That's why it feels above average to me.
Yeah. Very good though.
Yeah, definitely.
Liked it. Hornet. What?
Oh yeah.
What sexual act that Austin Powers does is this album?
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Does that make you hornet, baby?
Oh man. So Austin Powers is a man that is into a lot of different things.
Correct.
I think that he is, in general, just a sex-interested person.
Uh-huh.
And I think that he will get up to most things given a willing partner.
Yep.
Or multiple.
Or unwilling.
I don't think Austin. No.
Austin was never big on consent.
He was big on consent, though.
When?
In the very first film.
Wow.
Elizabeth Hurley gets drunk and tries to fuck him, and he says, "No, you're drunk. That would be inappropriate."
That's true. You're right. I forgot about that.
Austin Powers respects consent. And like he's not. I don't think like he's a perv, but I don't think that he would ever do anything untoward to someone. Like I think that he's big on consent.
Interesting.
Which respectable in hindsight.
He's still like definitely like a sexual harasser, though.
Yes, like I'm not saying that he is a great dude, but he is not. I don't think he's
only about physical consent.
I don't think he's a rapist. Like
but he's definitely a creep.
He's a creep.
He's a guy who you'd be like, yeah, he's probably a rapist.
But he's surprisingly not a rapist.
He's surprisingly not a rapist, which is, I think, the best you can say about him. I wouldn't say he's enthusiastically about consent. I'd say he's surprisingly not a rapist.
The name of the episode is Austin Powers, surprisingly not a rapist.
International, surprisingly not a rapist of mystery.
Yes. So that said,
International Margera of mystery.
No. International Man of Margera. Okay. Okay, he gets up to some weird stuff, though, some kinky shit. Like, I bet that he would be into, like, he's definitely into butt stuff. Like, he's into receiving butt stuff, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that's his bag, baby.
That's his bag, baby. He's also into, I think he would be into cuckolding. I do.
Okay.
I think that he would be into, like, everything, basically, but I think that that's the thing that he would think is rad. Like, I think
he's just like a service top where he's into like anything his partner's into.
Yeah, basically. Okay. Well, and also like he's just a bit of like a creep too. You know, he's probably like super poly, like super like wants to see his partners get fucked, like super into that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I bet like he does. I bet he does age play too, though. So I bet that he likes to be a baby. I bet he likes to wear diapers sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so like this is what I'm gonna say is the weirdest. Wait, what was the question?
What sex act is this that Austin Powers does?
Okay, so this is diaper play for Austin Powers. Okay. And the reason that I say that is that he likes to wear a bib and a diaper and get served food. Like he's a baby in like a big high chair, I think. Like
okay, so age play stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So age play stuff with Austin Powers.
Age play diaper stuff.
Austin
Pauly, the spy who secondaried me.
Yeah. But like maybe this is like him dressed as a baby in like a big high chair watching his partner get fucked.
You know, it'd be cooler if it was him in a high chair watching Hightower from the Police Academy series fucking his wife.
Oh, tight. Well, listening to songs from the Big Chair by Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Silverchair.
Oh, yeah.
Silverchair's Frog Stomp. Oh. What is the best of the chair bands, would you say?
We got to do a chair band bracket. Like, that's actually pretty... Bracket. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we got Silverchair, Tears for Fears counts because of that album. What are other chair bands? With Throne. A Throne's a chair.
Oh,
right?
I guess like technically Aphex Twin because of I chair because you do.
That is a reach, even for you.
It's a Jack Reacher. Jack Reach Around.
Oh, that's the name of the episode.
Jack Reach Around. How's that not been made yet? That's an easy joke.
Yeah. I just don't think that the people, no one gay watches Jack Reacher.
You might be right.
Yeah. Or reads those books. Those are James Patterson, right?
Who cares?
A gay person has never read James Patterson.
James Patterson.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start publishing that, and like I'm just gonna republish Patterson novels, but like everyone's gay. That's the only thing. Like all the women are changed to men. That's the only difference in the book.
And it's just like really, and it's like super like Tom of Finland / Manowar shit, where it's like super like homoerotic and like
no, it's just James Patterson novels, but all the women are men. That's it. That's all you get.
That's great. That's good. You're doing somebody's work.
Yeah.
Pike. 213. Crumple,
Diddly Dumple, released on November 19th, 2015, just 3 days after Hornet.
This
two-parter, two songs.
I think this is maybe one of my favorite Pikes.
Really? Interesting. This is a really good
extremely
guitar
good. Extremely good guitar Pike. Yeah. Maybe it's the time that it has arrived after what we've been listening to for a while. But I do think that even with that excluded, I think it's still like both of these songs are just big guitar solos. They're just super long guitar solos and they're fucking awesome. Like they shred so hard. Like the shredding on this one is extremely impressive. Like it is just he goes hard on this. And it's also like super melodic. So it's like even though he's doing like all this like crazy like wanking shreddy stuff, it's like because it's so melodic, it like you're still like, yeah, oh man, like it just keeps going. And he finds new cool like phrasing and stuff to like keep it interesting. And like I'm not gonna lie, like I did think that I got to like a little bit of a fatigue of it towards the end, but I do think it's really good. I think it's like one of his finest examples of shredding. Honestly, like it's so shred. The shredding is so good.
Sick. Yeah, the shredding's really good.
It's really fucking good.
good album. I like the artwork a lot. Very abstract, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was my favorite one this week. It was probably tied with this and 211. It's nice. The only, I feel, weakness of the album is it is just 2 tracks, and the 2 tracks aren't incredibly diverse.
Yeah,
the two tracks are different from each other, but like within those like 10 to 15 minute tracks, like both of them are just kind of, their own thing.
That is true, and they're it's a lot of shredding, but it's really cool. Like, man, this one I think has the most views of any Pike I think I've seen.
Really?
I think so. I don't know. It's been a while since I looked at one with a lot of views, but one of the YouTube videos of this had over 250,000 views, and it had over 500 comments.
That's nuts.
And so, like, that is huge for a Pike.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's insane for a Pike.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
pretty cool.
For Crumple, for this album, what is it that you are crump-pieing?
What? A melon, obviously.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
For me, it's John Cougar Melon Camp.
John Cougar Melon Ball. Yeah.
My dad used to make that joke like 20 fucking years ago. Spencer.
That's great. Yeah. I think I'm more like your dad than you are.
Yeah, you take that to the grave, Spencer. You enjoy that.
I will. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay. Yeah. What? If you had to name one of the objects you use on a regular basis, Steven, which object would you choose and why?
Probably my my toy that I use for like prostate stuff. Mm-hmm. It's not exactly a butt plug. It's like a prostate specific toy. Mm-hmm. And why is because it's my space station Steven. Blast me off, baby. I blast off harder than you'll ever know.
No one understands that reference. You should explain it.
Yeah, I probably should. I don't know if it's still online. Yeah, it's somewhere. Go look up the Pizza Party Space Station Steven. Me and former guest Scott
Thorpe
wrote an entire album of sci-fi hip-hop songs about a fictional guy named Steven.
That was more concise than I was expecting, because like explaining the concept of that album to someone, like I did that once and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I can't believe they did this.
Figure out like a byline for it. It's I believe what we came up with is like 12 hip-hop love songs. 12 hip-hop sci-fi love songs about a fictional man named Steven.
That sells it pretty good. Yeah. It's a pretty fun thing. It was a fun thing that you did. I like that. It was
a thing, definitely.
Hell yeah. Well, we listened to 3 Pikes, Britt.
We did.
We did it. We did the Pikes.
We made it all the way through shoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Britt.
Hey, Spencer.
Hey, Britt.
Hey,
Britt. Will you be so kind as to go on a journey with me?
I think we could do that together.
That would be great.
Where do you think we should go?
Where do you think we're fucking going?
Into the fucking bucket void.
Into the fucking bucket void.
Statements from the bucket void.
Bucket void. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. We're here. We made it. We're in the show. It's a whole thing. Yeah, bucket void. I mentioned earlier there was a whole bunch of comments this week. I actually this is one of the first weeks in ever actually that I ran out of time looking at the comments. I had to cut it off because there were so many comments that I just actually didn't have time to go through them all.
Would you say, like in the words of Lucinate on this one, no time,
no time, no time, no time, no time.
In your mind,
your mind, your mind. That's a reference.
That's
for
my next special
literally
episode.
That's
episode.
Really exciting.
Unless you want to choose it today.
Man, that's really
We'll get
exciting.
there.
I can't wait. Yeah, we'll talk more about that in the future. So there's a lot of Buckethead comments, and we're gonna get through them as quickly as we can. Kick things off here. YouTube user Miss Russian Roulette says 1 year ago, his talent, if it comes from any but, I bet it comes from chickens, but not like feces, in the form of an egg, a magical golden egg.
What the fuck?
I know.
This comment is absolutely unhinged.
It
also,
truly is.
You did not mention the name of the poster.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, Miss Russian Roulette.
Miss Russian Roulette.
Russian Roulette.
Russian Roulette.
Uh-huh. Which the profile picture is what looks like a girl.
Could be.
Could be. It's
Could
probably not a girl, though.
Looking like a man.
What?
Looking like a man. It's a Mad TV reference.
Yeah, but like it is truly
Miss Swan. Do you remember Miss Swan from Mad TV?
I've only watched maybe 15 minutes of Mad TV in my
bummer.
life.
Miss Swan is like one of the worst and most racist characters ever created. You should watch it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll make sure
good.
to do that.
Very funny.
Make sure to do it.
Very funny. But no, let's
It's
stay
a
on
truly
this.
unhinged comment, though, for sure. Like his talent,
if it comes from any but, B-U-T-T,
in
I bet
quotes.
it comes from chickens, period, comma, uppercase B, but, but not like feces, in the form of an egg, a magical golden egg, LOL. So let's,
Like,
so if it comes from
okay.
any but,
I
bet it comes from chickens, but not like feces in the form of an egg. Miss Russian Roulette believes that chickens
shit out eggs.
shit eggs. It comes from their butt, their poop, their digestive system, egg system, reproductive system. Same fucking
This is
shit.
the American education system at work.
Yeah,
Right here.
I mean,
or the Russian education system.
I am so glad the digestive system is not the same as the reproductive system, because otherwise I would have many butt babies out there at this time.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure. There's no, IUD for an asshole.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wiser words have never been spoken. You should put that on your fucking tombstone, bro.
Yeah.
That's tight as fuck.
There's no IUDs or IOUs for assholes, baby. You
So
can quote me on that.
to continue with the butt talk, McHiker
Well,
5.
you can't say that word.
McKeeker 5 says 1 year ago, the image of BH just sitting there and suddenly farting out another Pikes album is so insanely funny to me.
It's very funny.
It's extremely
funny.
TBS.
Very. 3 people liked both of these comments. Which
Yes.
I'm like, there's 3 fucking weird people out there, dude.
You think this dude's profile picture is an NFT? It's an ape of sorts. Yeah, it probably is now. Not 1 year ago when he wrote this comment. Annoy the Fish says 5 years ago, nah, there's definitely some booger and fart flavored Buckethead songs.
Yeah.
So what's fart flavored to you, Britt? We're just doing butt talk today.
That's cool. I'm usually into butt talk. I don't know, fart flavor. It's not the same as like butthole, because butthole like tastes a little more like, I don't know, like oxtail, kind of like a very gamey meat a lot of the time.
Okay.
Fart's got to be a lot sharper, I'd say, because it's just the gas. It's none of the physical material or anything, and so you don't have bile or anything like actually really flavoring the scent too much there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what flavor tones do you think come through the most in farts?
Sulfur. So probably like eggs.
Eggy, yeah, eggy. Like I feel like beans and stuff. Yeah, definitely like. There's a lot of like gaseous methane. There's got to be a big one in there. I mean, what gases are farts typically?
Do we gotta Google it?
I mean, perhaps.
Why don't you Google that? We'll read the next one.
Okay.
But yeah, I say eggs. Anyways, Uwe Gierkin 3 years ago leaves a dumbass comment that is wrong and says his energy couldn't even be absorbed by a black hole. But that's wrong because black holes absorb all energy. Fuck you. You're dumb. And the 14 people that upvoted this are dumb.
Wow.
StasyM69 says 2 years ago edited.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Chuck Norris played guitar, he would recognize Buckethead's greatness and put his guitar back in its case and slowly walk away, not saying a word.
God, I love Chuck Norris jokes were still very funny in 2020. Very funny.
Very TBS.
They still are very funny. I love Chuck Norris jokes about how much of a badass Chuck Norris is and like how God's afraid of him and yeah.
And so what's funny about this comment, it's like this is not a comment that was like a response to something. This was not prompted by anything. This was just this dude by himself who was like, yeah, Chuck Norris. I'm going to bring Chuck Norris into this.
God, shit was so unfunny like 10, 15 years ago.
It was incredible.
Early internet, like fucking Chuck Norris memes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, incredibly unfunny.
God, I hope I never made a Chuck Norris meme. I don't think I did.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah. By the way, human farts are mainly hydrogen and, for some people, methane. It can also contain small amounts of other gases such as hydrogen sulfide, which is what makes farts smell bad mostly.
Yeah, the sulfur.
That's the sulfide.
Yeah. Speaking of Chuck Norris, this other comment that I grabbed here is important not because of the comment itself.
Shut the fuck up.
But okay, so another commenter, YouTube user SpaceNut58, 6 years ago left a very unremarkable comment, which we're not even going to read, because the only reason I screenshotted this is because of this person's profile picture, which I shit you not, is Chuck Norris with a KFC bucket on his head.
Well, of course you shit him not. You're laying an egg out of your ass instead.
Exactly. Yes.
That certainly is. You're not wrong.
Isn't that amazing?
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty amazing. I don't know what it is with the Buckethead community and Chuck Norris, but like there seems to be like a lot of idiots out there.
Idiots, losers, microphone abusers.
Yeah, definitely. Paul Weston says 5 years ago, buckwheat rock and roll.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I guess buckwheat's kind of rock and roll.
Yeah, how about the Buckwheat Boys?
What are the Buckwheat Boys?
The fucking the guys who the one guy fucking did the Snoop Dogg's cousin. He fucking did the hostage situation, killed himself.
What?
We talked about it on like episode 3.
Oh, okay. I think I remember what you're talking about. Okay.
We called it like the Bucket Wheat Boys or something like that.
Oh, right.
Snoop Dogg's cousin.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was wild.
I'm dumb. I can't remember anything.
It happened a year ago, and you don't listen to the episodes. So.
I have listened to the majority of the episodes at this point.
Okay.
I have.
So 36.
Crazy Fizz.
Yeah, shut up.
YouTube user D Lee W says 2 years ago edited. Yet another incredible dose of Buckethead's addictive music. It's the best drug out there. One cannot OD on this. Try as he might to give us more than we can handle.
So this guy definitely hasn't done 3 months worth of Halloween Pikes.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like we were Narcanning each other back and forth.
That's true. Literally,
week.
bring in the Narcan. We would check ahead of time.
Yeah,
we had it.
More noise albums. Let's make sure neither of us overdoses.
Correct.
Because these are Halloween noise albums, which is the deadliest drug of all.
That's true.
That's what Dare was all about, actually.
That's what killed Elvis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, noise music.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Elvis
great.
And Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
You know, they say Jim Morrison, expelled his bowels and threw up to death in a bathtub because he was listening to some...
exactly, like... Big bathtub would have you believe that it's
he was listening
heroin,
to Dungeon Synth.
but actually, yeah, Dungeon Synth. Hate to see it. Who was also in bed with Big Bathtub, so it's a whole thing. I don't know if this one's cum corner or not. It's weird, but it's not exactly cum corner.
Let's play the song anyway.
Okay.
Getting horny, massive borner. Let's get into the cum corner.
Okay, this is the most barely cum corner, but we're gonna do it anyway. YouTube user Joe Dollinger says 6 years ago, I am but a worm. However, Buckethead has given me wings.
How do you think this is horny, Spencer?
Because he's talking about himself being a worm. Anytime I've heard somebody talking about themselves being a worm, they're like into degradation stuff.
What?
Yeah, like, you you're a worm, get in the dirt, roll around in the dirt, you worm.
No, I don't know.
That's why I said I don't know if it's cum corner. We're gonna say it's cum corner.
This guy got 22 likes, which is interesting.
This guy, interesting because it's basically like just like a Red Bull ad, but like with Buckethead instead of Red Bull.
Buckethead does give you wings. That's true.
Yeah, I would say that's true. Yeah. I definitely felt like I was taking flight while listening to Buckethead today.
Red Bull, more like Red Box straight to DVD films.
Red Box gives you wings.
Red Box gives you Bruce Willis movies.
Oh yeah, it does. I watched that too. It's great.
Red Box gives you a Fred Durst directed film starring John Travolta.
Red Box Letter Media. Yeah. Just bring it full circle.
Okay.
William Howgum says 2 years ago, it's so nice to listen to music. It's so nice to listen to such great music. Fuck,
great.
I can't. Okay, yeah. It's so nice to listen to so much great music without the satanic lyrics.
I mean, he's.
I agree.
I mean, he's right in that there's so much great music with satanic lyrics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's
right?
so much.
There's so much.
Like the best music all has satanic lyrics.
Agreed.
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia. Come on. Where do you think the 3-6s come from? They're satanic. It's great.
The Beatles backwards. Much better than the Beatles forwards.
Yeah. Celtabeb.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's not how it sounds.
No.
Moving on. John P. says 5 years ago, is this named for hash? I loved stoned listening marathons of Pikes. Crumble hash is the bomb.
I don't disagree, John P.
Yeah, I don't disagree, yeah.
Stands for Johnson Penis, by the way.
Yeah, definitely John Penis.
Johnson Penis.
Yes, but he goes by John Penis.
Yeah, but that's because Johnson Penis is kind of like a tautology.
Yeah, it's one of those like double...
It's very redundant.
Yeah, redundant.
Johnson Penis.
Sure. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, Crumble hash rocks.
What is crumble hash?
So crumble is like, it's a pressed hash. It's not.
So it's just extract, basically, or
no, it's pressed hash. So it's
what the fuck is hash then?
So hash is like like it's pressed keef is exactly what it is. It's all the trichromes.
Okay.
None of the leaf material, and it's just pressed really tightly. So it's the same as keef. It's just like pressed a lot more.
Okay. Well, then I've definitely smoked crumble hash.
Oh, you definitely have. You smoked it like with me in Alaska. Like I think the first time.
Oh, I remember when you got that hash.
Like Ryan sold
yeah, I remember
hash.
that. Okay.
Yeah, we've definitely smoked hash.
For sure.
Yeah.
Smoking hash, listening to thrash.
Yeah. Hash and thrash, baby.
Hash and thrash.
Hash and thrash. Fuck that gash.
Speaking of which, I need a beat for this one. Can you do a beat for me? Like a... Berserk 9 says 4 years ago, Shazam, Wu-Tang Clan, son of a motherfucking jam. It's impossible to sit or stand and listen to this Sam. Yeah, that was a rapping one. Cool. Rick McGee, I guess I cut off the rest of his comment, but that doesn't matter. We're just gonna read the first part anyway. Rick McGee says 4 years ago, I believe I believe he is the musician that ever lived.
He is definitely one of the musicians I've ever
Not
heard.
one of. No. He is the musician that ever lived.
That's true.
He is the
out
musician.
Out of all of the musicians I've heard, he is
the musician that ever lived.
Of all the musicians I've ever listened to, he is them.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Of all the musicians I have ever heard, he is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Capital H.
Like
he
Jesus.
Is. Yeah, like Jesus, for
Jesus,
sure. So. Like he's a deity.
Do you think Rick McGee is just American McGee's penis?
Yes.
Dick McGee?
No one talks about American McGee.
I do. I mean, this is what I mumble when I masturbate.
Wow. I mean,
American McGee's Alice.
Don't you mean American McGee's Alice Return to Wonderland?
I do.
From 2011? I don't know. They made it like another one of those games, which is weird. If you don't know, look up American McGee's Alice. It's weird. And 90s.
It's the only America I salute.
Yeah. There you go. Cool. Okay. Which one are we doing next? Yeah. Okay, this one's good. Jim Baramba says 7 months ago, humans pray to God. God prays to Buckethead.
God, Preys. It's a Buckethead. Sure.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
Why not?
I don't know. Yeah, why not? Why not?
I don't want to get into the religion thing, but God is fake.
Yes.
And God doesn't believe in anything because he's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither is Satan, to that credit. So, you know, it's for fun.
But Glen Benton is real. And so
yes,
Satan is
that's
much
true.
realer than God because I don't know anyone with a not inverted cross in their forehead.
That's a good point.
Right?
Actually, like, yeah, +1 for Satan.
Hell yeah.
Like, I feel like he's winning.
It's an homage for Satan, really.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. How nice is that?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Homage for Satan. That's a hell of a song. Speaking of tremendous dorks, this next person is a huge dork. Jason the Metal King says 3 years ago, I am a high school math teacher. I play Buckethead in class during web-based math assignments. This one is currently playing.
Cool.
Yeah, fuck you. You're a dork.
I feel like he's talked before. There's been a couple teachers talking about
No, for sure. Like, I think it might be the same guy. It's just been a really long time since we've drawn attention to that. I don't know. I don't know if that's cool or not. I guess it's fine. Sure, play Buckethead for the kids, but also, like, I feel like Buckethead is lost on the children.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some of them will like.
Millennials. I mean, there's some cool kids who like Buckethead, but
I don't feel like they should be forced into it. I feel like they should seek it out on their own. Like,
no, definitely don't force your children into the
forcing a class of kids to listen to Buckethead just feels weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I would just let them listen to whatever they like to listen to. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Let kids be kids. You don't have to influence them.
Let them figure out.
You know?
Like, let them listen to the NBA YoungBoy song with the fucking Buckethead sample on it. Get into that and then play it for them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's tight. Okay, this one's a real cum corner.
Oh.
This is the one that I meant to read.
Okay. Well,
after the other one.
I'll just patch it in.
Don't. Just leave it here.
Saucy patches it in.
Saucy patches. Kenny Jones says something wrong when he says 5 years ago, literally the ultimate makeout song.
With what? With who? With what?
Yeah, with what, I feel like is the perfect question.
What are you making out with, Kenny?
Yeah, exactly. No, like we are Buckethead stans. Like I'm not saying Buckethead is bad in any way, but Buckethead is not makeout music. Like, no.
Kenny Jones is the type of dude who kisses his fleshlight and says thank you after he comes.
Whoa. Like, kisses the butthole fleshlight and is like, thank you.
No, it's the one with both holes. And
nice.
Like, kisses both cheeks and then, like, he makes a cross out of it. Like,
yeah. Like the Catholic cross, yeah.
Yeah, it's like cheek, butthole, pussy.
That might be the name of the episode. Cheek, butthole, pussy.
spectacles, testicles, wallet and watch, cheek, butthole, pussy, Kenny Jones, ultimate makeout song.
Wow, what an adventure in babysitting we have experienced here. Speaking of babysitting, YouTube user Scotty Barber says 2 years ago, Bucket is wow. I'm 55. Why the hell have I not heard this before? I just started listening to BH a few months ago. I haven't stopped.
Never stop, Scotty.
Well,
do you think Scotty doesn't know in this case?
No, Scotty does know about Buckethead.
True.
But there's a response to Scotty, who is William Howgum again. 2 years ago says, there are a lot of the same comment. I'm 58, started 4 months ago. We literally can't stop. Us people getting up here in age appreciate his ability to compose.
William Hogg. Well, Hogg'em high, William.
Yeah, William Howgum, famous decomposer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's old, get it?
Yeah, that's good.
He's 60 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 years away.
Yeah, from
being 51.
Beautiful. Lastly, we're going to do a statement from the Britain Void.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Statements from the Britain Void.
That's the only transition song that I'm never going to sing to.
That's fair.
I'm not going to sing along to that one. Not going to do it.
It's
Can't
cool.
do
I already
it.
put
I can't.
enough harmonies. You're good.
Yeah, I know. It's too much already.
You don't
Yeah,
need
like
that.
you agree with me then.
Yeah.
It's too much already, It's too much. So chill. Anyways, on oh my god, on June 5th, 2018 at 12:52 a.m., you texted me and said, "Yeah, I totally pay to see a new metal cover band." Yeah.
Yep.
And apparently I responded to you and said, band name, Jesus Heist.
That's a pretty sick name.
Statements from the Bucket
Oh boy, we made it on through. What you gonna do? Everyone's coming to eat your poo.
Elizabeth Shue.
Why did you put all of your poo into that ball jar? 32 ounces just of poo. Nobody wants it, but you're gonna sell it to them anyway. Thank you very much for your poo today. Can I offer you that on credit? Or I have Square. We can use card if you'd like to buy my ball jar.
Whoa, man. That like I was with you for a minute and then I was like, nah.
Yeah, you're right. Nah.
Nah.
What do you got to recommend this week, Spencer?
Holy shit.
What's our next special episode next week?
Oh my god. Do you want to do the one we were talking about? Because I have another idea for one.
Which one we were talking about?
We were talking about hallucinate, but I have.
Well, yeah, go for whatever you were.
Yeah, I have an idea for one that I think is pretty cool. So this is my idea, Britt. Next week for our special episode, we are going to review each of us. The first album we ever bought.
Interesting. Okay. I do remember exactly what that was.
And so we're going to both listen to those two albums. Do you want to share what the first album you ever bought was?
Yeah, I might need a second to actually figure out the name, the title of it.
All right.
Just a sec.
Fair enough.
I think it was Heirlooms. One sec. Yeah, what was yours, though?
The first album I ever purchased, with my own money, at least, was Weird Al's Dare to Be Stupid.
That's a great first album to buy.
I know, it really was. Like, very influential to me, weirdly enough. Like, I have not listened to it in at least 20 years, which is crazy.
That's a great... I've listened to that, like, in the last couple of years, actually.
Yeah, it's been over 20 years, probably, since I've heard it. Last time I listened to it was in the 90s.
Okay, so the very first album I ever bought, right after it was released, actually, was when I was 5 years old. I was interested in music very young. It was... Def Leppard's Retroactive from 1993.
I've never listened to that album.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome. That's good. That's great.
Like
I can't wait.
Compilation type. Yeah, it's a compilation, but there's a couple like B-sides, and then the big single off of that was Two Steps Behind, which was like I think one of their last like big singles.
I don't know that song off the top of my head.
You might recognize it, I'm not sure. It was like a huge, like easy listening, like contemporary rock song in the early 90s.
Nice.
But yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, text that to me. And wait, are we listening to each other's albums?
We're both gonna listen to both albums,
okay, yeah,
and then we're gonna talk about them.
Cool. All right, text me whatever that is. Shit.
Whoa.
Oops. That was not intentional.
Well, it doesn't matter because that's not going to show up on the actual cast.
That's true. Well, I will on the video.
Yeah. So I guess we can make fun of it.
Yeah.
Good job. Great job.
Yeah.
Beautiful job.
Thank you so much.
Britt, what do you? Can I do like an actual recommendation as well? Like just a quick one here. I just want to give a shout out to a video game called Deep Rock Galactic. I've been trying to convince you to buy.
Wait, is that Dwayne Deep the Rock Galactic Johnson?
Yes, also of Deep Root Galactic Tattoo and Piercing here in Seattle. And
also Sepultura's Deep Root the Rock Galactic Johnson.
Yes, from 1997? I don't know.
1969, baby.
Yeah. Anyways, Deep Rock Galactic is a video game. It is on lots of platforms. I think it is on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. I don't think it's on Switch. I'm not sure though. Anyways, it is a cooperative online multiplayer mining game.
Ooh, mining. That sounds fun.
Well, it's actually a lot more than just mining. You are mining in some missions, but also there's combat in it. Like so it's a 4-player game. You don't have to play with 4 players. You can play solo, or you can play with just one other person or 2 other people. It's very like adaptable. Thing is, right? There are 4 different classes in the game. The classes are all very, very different. Have very different abilities.
Is it class warfare?
No, it is not class warfare, but thank you for asking. They all have very different abilities, and it allows you to they synergize with each other really well. And so it means that you'll approach these missions with like differently depending on what classes you're playing and what your team makeup looks like. You can have multiples of a certain class too, so it's not like you're restricted to only using the 4 classes for 4 different people. But it's really, really cool, and it's super fun. I've been playing it, and like it's an absolute blast. Like I do recommend it. Like you really should get it and play with us. Like it's really good.
You know, I've actually heard libertarians love that game. You know why? Because they're attracted to minors.
Wow. Yeah, that is true though. At least the libertarians being into minors. Yeah, so that's for sure. But yeah, it's a really fun game. It looks super nice. It runs super well. Like it's very fun. The missions are really diverse. Like there's a lot of different mission archetypes, and they all play very differently. Like it's really fun. It's really cool. It's great. It has a lot of personality too. Like there's really fun. All the characters like say funny stuff. They're dwarves, so it's like your space dwarves that are mining shit, and so they all like have like big beards and they talk funny and they say goofy shit.
Oh, so this is exactly like 3 Vikings.
No. Yeah. It's not like 3 Vikings.
But it's in space and you're playing with like dudes with beards.
It's
not kind of the same thing.
Well, in terms of
if you have a beard in space, it's kind of the same thing, Spencer.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Britt, what do you got to recommend us?
Succession. It's such a good fucking show, dude.
What is that?
Succession. It's a prestige drama.
Okay.
I'd call it a dark comedy. Like,
okay,
it's a drama with so many funny and uncomfortable comedic elements. I feel like it is a comedy with dramatic elements.
Okay.
But it is it's a family dark comedy about like corporate takeover, about like rich assholes. And it is so uniquely, interestingly, darkly funny. Like, I was listening to the Always Sunny podcast the other day.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about how there is an actor on the show who.
Oh right. I remember that. I heard that. Yeah.
The three of them.
That show.
Are
Okay.
like they don't get what this guy is going for comedically, and they're like, I can't believe I didn't like think of what he's doing because it's brilliant. And it's like it's next level. Like I have never felt so uncomfortable watching comedy as with this show. Like except for maybe like the movie Clown. Like it goes beyond fucking like Curb Your Enthusiasm in terms of making you squirm. It's amazingly well done.
Huh.
It's just really compelling storytelling too. The fucking cast is so great. Kieran Culkin is so good. So good. Love him. So good. We love the Culkin brothers. Want all sorts of success for them. Go Culkins.
Yeah. Oh, fucking yeah, dude. Mac is awesome.
We love
like
Mac.
He's so rad.
Yeah,
like,
he's the Mac
that
Daddy.
Dude.
Big recommendation. Watch everything he's done with Red Letter Media.
Oh, dude,
so fucking
amazing.
Funny.
So
fucking
good.
Funny. He's
so
so
fucking
good.
funny. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, huge recommendation there though. Succession, one of the best shows I've watched in a long time. So good.
Nice. I've seen like memes about that show, but like I don't know anything about it. The first thing I heard about it was also on Always Sunny. Well, that wasn't the first you heard of it, but like that was the first I had heard of the show, and like that made me more interested in checking it out. But then I left my brain. I didn't know you had watched it, so
Yeah, me
I'll
and brother
check it
just
out.
started watching it. We in the past like week we've almost gotten through the first season. Like
Nice.
we'll watch like 2 or 3 episodes a night.
I've been watching Yellow Jackets.
I've heard that's really good.
That's a good show. Yeah, I'm liking it.
Is it about the seminal jazz fusion group from the 1980s with Jimmy Haslett playing bass?
No, it's about Stryper.
Oh, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stryper, they get lost in the wilderness and eat each other. It's tight.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Michael Sweet, just like fucking shredding guitar and fucking like eating some dude's ass.
With the devil.
Yeah. To hell with the devil.
Yeah.
No, they're so good, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not.
They're not. They're pieces of shit.
Michael Sweet's a piece of shit. Wow.
I come whenever we shit talk Stryper.
Yeah, that
Christian metal. Really.
That makes sense.
I
Yeah.
come a lot, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
really good.
as one does.
As one
right?
should.
As
Yeah.
one should. Yeah. Hey,
so-
Britt, it's the time. It's time for my favorite part of the show. Are you ready?
Is it the time? For
Yeah.
The thing.
My favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
do it.
I guess we can do that.
Bucket joke. Bucket joke.
Bucket joke.
Oh my God, we are in bucket joke territory.
Wow.
This is backcountry.
This is bucket joke country.
You know, the pandemic has been really tough on people, especially
Yeah, it has.
businesses.
Yeah.
They say the hardest hit industry has been punching bags.
What about the crash test dummies for like cars?
That's true.
They're pretty
probably
hardly.
hit
They're pretty heavily hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a trophy husband, but I can't stay still for that long.
like an Oscar trophy, and you're like, yeah. Tight.
I got arrested for stealing a book of notable public addresses.
Yeah.
So much for the right to free speech.
Wow. Wow.
The more cowbell guy walk-ins to a bar.
No. Next.
How many times has Glen Benton had sex?
I don't know.
Once upon the cross.
It's beautiful. Thanks.
I wrote that while we were talking about Glen Benton earlier.
It's a callback then.
Yeah. I asked my general contractor to create some way for me to get between the first and second floor, but he just stared at me. I saw community theater the other day, or as I like to call it, I supported the dreams of the least talented gay uncles in my city.
Yikes.
What does St. Peter have James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich listed as in his book At the Gates of Heaven?
I don't know.
The Unforgiven 2.
Okay. I know I bring this up every time we talk about The Unforgiven 2, but like the best part in that song was when he's like, "And you're unforgiven too." Like that's the best part too. Like, yeah, because it's Unforgiven 2, man. Hell yeah. And then in Unforgiven 3, he's like, he doesn't say Unforgiven 3, and you're like, why would you not do that? He has to say, "And you're unforgiven 3." Like, he should have said that.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. James Hetfield, your disappointment.
Yeah. Did you hear Metallica wrote a song about Semitic ritual circumcision?
No.
They're calling it the Ungive Foreskin Jew.
What? Oh my god.
You hear Metallica released an Eminem diss track?
No, tell me.
Yeah, it's Nothing Else Matters.
That's pretty good.
A stir fry pop-up walks into a bar.
Fuck you.
I have a trophy wife, or as my therapist calls it, the karate trophy I should probably stop having sex with.
Nice.
I'm a pretty good shit talker, but that's because I talk a lot about your fetishes.
I don't listen to Tool.
Yeah, I'll close that on this one. What's the difference between sauteed chicken and blackened chicken?
I don't know.
One's cooked in a pan with a bit of fat, and the other is influenced by dark throne.
Bucket joke.
We did it. We did the show. That was the show. Hi, thank you.
Hi, bye.
Hi, bye.
Hi, bye. Yeah. Where can I find you online, Spencer?
Spencer.zone.
Cool. You can find me at Dog Vorbis. And you know what? Since we're here, since we're talking, hanging out,
yeah,
let's give a huge shout out to the folks who support us on Patreon.
Hell yeah.
In the $5 Secret Coop tier, we've got our friends Dan Morrison.
Hell yeah, Dan Morrison.
Dylan Lance.
Hell yeah, Dylan Lance.
And Ian Killia.
Hell yeah, Ian Killia.
Thank you to everybody, including them and our folks on the lower tiers, who we won't mention because they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, mostly for listening to our podcast, but
yeah,
like
for actually supporting us, but not like actually giving us a significant amount of money.
Oh my god.
We appreciate you still.
Yeah, we do.
Not as significantly as the other three guys, but we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We'll learn to love.
Yeah.
Learn to live. Learn to, I don't know. Do you believe in life after love, Spencer?
Yeah. Do you believe in
miracles?
I like my brain just like died. I don't know what happened.
I believe in miracles.
Hey, you know that song is
Where you from?
That song's on the Charlie's Angels 2000 soundtrack. Along with Put the Lime in the Coconut by what's his name?
I don't care. Do you now that you have a cat named Charlie?
Yeah.
Do you plan on getting him angels?
He needs angels.
He does.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is himself an angel.
All cats are angels, except for the shitty ones.
He's a pretty good dude. Like he's
really cute.
He just really wants to lay down on people.
He chirps at things, which is the cutest thing.
And like he just lays down.
The tiniest meow.
He has a very small meow.
Really,
and like this, he's very good about the meowing. He doesn't meow very much.
Mm-hmm.
Like he
meows in a cute way, not an annoying way.
Yeah, and he doesn't like meow at night or anything like that. Like he's really good. Yeah. And he just like the only thing that's irritating is like anytime I'm eating, he gets very excited and just wants to walk all over me while I'm eating. Aww. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. I just want to eat my food and then I'll hang out with you. Like
he loves you.
He does,
food
but like
seems fun for him.
It does. He gets very excited. But like he just wants to lay down on me constantly, and so like anytime I sit on my couch, he just like lays down on me and just goes to sleep. And he passes the fuck out. That motherfucker sleeps so much.
That.
It's great.
We love a sleepy boy.
He is a sleepy boy, but he just wants to lay down and be just like be happy, and he's very happy. It's great.
We love being happy.
Well, anyways,
speaking of happy, we're done with this.
Yeah, I've been Britain.
You haven't been. I've been Britain.
And I've also been Britain.
You have not been Britain.
Prove it. Fake news.
Fine, whatever.
You've been listening to Gettin Head, a Bucketcast.
Stay Britain, greasy heads.
Britain stay.